Hello everyone, let's go for yet another stream programming our game engine. The today's stream, I was thinking to create a event loop. Uh, Whoops, no, yeah, I made the mistake here. Just 1 minute. It doesn't have the core. Yeah. So go big. CD projects slash engine and let's go here the core.cpp. We have some things to work before start thinking about the event system because I saw here at the Ant library that Ant already has some type of event system. Maybe we can just create a wrap above the Ant to help the developers to use that event system. I also have plans to wrap almost everything in Ant because I want to make the API of the engine the most concise as possible. So here, just test, I remember log core info. I want just to print just see if it's printing correctly. Yeah, maybe just maybe the delta time. Oh no, it's correct. Okay, but I have one change to do here at the logger.cpp that I was thinking, yeah, after yesterday's stream, and I think that we can really use this as a static here, also static, and change here to logger at core, and also here to logger at logger game. And the issue was the static method that returns an an std shared pointer, but I want to have this spd logger get core logger. I think yeah. Now here we can return, and here is not a shared pointer, it's a reference to a shared pointer. And here we return and the logger at logger core. And just try here. I think now we can do logger get core logger. Just check my theory. And no, we can't do that because we get undefined reference. Yeah. So let's just start. Okay. So here, what we've been making is first of all, I'm thinking that I want to start making a little change because I had some issues in my Emacs config with identifying .h file as as C code and not in having some issues because I was writing C++. So the first thing I will be doing today, it will be changing, for example, here core.h to core.hpp. And I will be doing also here to asset store .hpp. And hpp buffer delete here hpp asset store hpp. I also need to go to the core.hpp and update here. And probably I need to go to the entry point. Yeah. Okay. And just test again. Okay. It's working. I have to see. Okay, unused variable. Okay. Now let's just update here and refactor change .h headers to .hpp. Okay, now let's start creating our, I think that we can create here an include folder, and inside include we will be having engine.hpp. And yes, I want to create it. I will be using also here pragma-ons, and here we'll be making our defining our API. So everything in this file will be the namespace engine. Everything. Okay, now we can include some I'm thinking here, because for example, if we include here the src at src inside core, now here we will be wanting including the logger. If I set that include inside a namespace, names file operator new inside the namespace include headers not used directory fix available. What I'm thinking is, okay, I'm including that logger.hpp, but I can't make what is inside logger.hpp hpp. And include header is not used fix available. Operation or operator new cannot be declared inside. Hmm. Let's see how some of our sub projects does that handle that. For example, the spd log. Okay, they have an spd log folder, and for example, I want just the spd log here. Also, I want to go to the logger to see here. Yeah, they include. I will be moving that folder here to be inside a folder named engine/engine.hpp. Yeah. Here at the spd log, how they are doing everything. spd log API void initialize logger. Okay. The spd log API um, spd log API. Let's see what is spd log API. Okay, if it's on Windows, it will be decospec. Okay, in our case, okay, it will be if it is a shared library. It is decospec. In case of Word, okay. Define Win32. Attribute visibility default. Maybe I have to check that. But I couldn't find what I what I'm searching here. So let's come here to they don't have the zip. Every header file of spdlog is inside the every header file is inside include. It's interesting. I I don't know if we follow that pattern or no. If we want to follow that pattern, it will be better to start for now. Start it. Let me check here another projects. For example, SDL3 is an C project. How they do that? At SRC, they mix it with some header files. And inside include, for example, the camera.h, I think they include another header files. Hmm. Works as their camera expect. Yeah, they defined another header files, and I'm thinking that I think they use DL open clipboard close code. I use stream T code SDL main. Then process rect scan code sensor system. Let's check, for example, SDL video. And that SDL begin code. Oh, dynamic library functions. Um, let's just search for something, some include here. No, it doesn't have anything included. I can't do with that way. We can have something like an re-export. So thinking here, it will be, let's change here how the things is working. Engine.fragment of engine.8. Let's test how it will be. And edit here it will be core, the engine core slash core.8pp. Great, yes. And here let's go to src core and core.hpp. Copy it come here, paste, and I will be needing for now here at the SRC for let's just make that to test. I have to go to the core.cpp and I think I can change this. Include engine core.hpp. So it will be something like this. And we can go to our entry point and do the same thing. And it will be compiled normally. Yeah. Okay, so it will be nice if we can come here to our Mason build and link the content of our include folder. Include directors here. This needs specific include directors to create. Now hold the reference. Here, inkdir. And let's yank that. And if that works as I think, maybe now I can just use here include angle brackets engine slash core slash core dot hpp. Yeah. Let's see if we're starting our, yeah. Now it works here. So let's make the migration of our here already migrated. And here I need to delete. Yeah. And also want to move. So I have one thing that I don't know. We create the asset store. It's part of the core of the engine or no? The asset manager module is from the core of the engine or not? I think that is part of the core. So I want to move it to include slash engine slash core slash asset manager. And I have to change here to be asset manager asset store dot hpp. And I make something wrong here. Let's revert and move it with more care. So include slash engine slash core slash asset manager slash asset store dot hpp. And yes, something went really wrong here. Let's try again. Include slash engine slash core slash asset manager asset store dot hpp. And I think now, yeah, now it worked. And also I want to move the logger. So here's logger dot oh, logger dot hpp, and it will be going to include slash engine. Okay, now we have to go here, change that to engine slash manager, here to engine slash logger dot hpp. And we at entry point, it's okay. Here at core.hpp, we just need to change here and include engine and also here we need src, change here to engine slash core slash dot logger dot hpp. And now I need to open the asset store .cpp to change it to be engine slash core slash asset manager slash assetstore.hpp. Now I have to update the include engine. I need to update the logger. Oh, I found an issue here. I need to move the logger to core logger.h. Yeah. Oh, and it's not .h, it's logger.hpp. Now it will be working, and I also need to have the asset manager here at asset store. No. Let's check. Oh, no such file or director at core.cpp. Core.cpp, I'm at core.cpp. I need the engine. Oh, here. Mistake, engine inside core, and here also inside core, where I also committed issue. Any other place. So now we can and it will be ensure move header files to include here. Okay. Now I want to make some tweaks. And the first will be at our core no, I couldn't find here, so include engine core and to the core.hpp. And I'm thinking that maybe I will rename core to be application. So called rename to application or just app or program. I think program it will be a better name. It will be changing it into point core. Okay. Now that it is named program, will be coming here and adding a namespace. It will be a namespace core. And we have another thing here, that's namespace core. It's inside the namespace engine. And maybe can do that. Oh, that's an error. For example, can I do that? declared identifier core. But if I do namespace core equals engine core, or namespace core equals core, and engine, no, I think it doesn't work. So everything here is inside the namespace engine core. I can just make it easier to make some namespace. So here I can use the namespace engine core. Just call it core. Now I'm understanding here, but for example, I also can just use engine scope operator and delete here. No, doesn't work. So let's just with that. For and thinking here will be good for maybe. No, it's better no, not. Just let's just use it here. Oh, wrong. For at our pool events, program update, render, and destroy. Great. And now we have to change the other spots, like the I think I close it. No, it's here. Here it will be engine operator core operator program. Great. Now I also need, let's make the every change that we need at the another methods, but I also here at engine.hpp, the first thing that I will be doing here, it will be including engine slash core slash logger, because I want to everyone that includes our engine to have the logger core and logger.hpp. Why I'm have that and doesn't using it? Yeah. I can't define that inside the namespace, but I can come here, namespace for, no, engine logger, or engine core logger. Oh gosh. Let me see. Another change, let's just make that it was for that and name it as engine core. Yeah, I will be making some changes again. And it will be back to be the core. Yeah, great. And here the namespace will be just engine. Okay. Okay. Let's just go to the core.cpp and change here, and let's rename it to engine. Okay, let's go to search for every core and go to change it to engine. 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 And the last one. And now we can make some changes here again. We've taken here everything that is inside the core folder and we'll be moving it to the, for example, here I'm with the logger.hpp and we'll be just moving it to the engine folder. Also here we'll be moving the core.hpp to core.hpp. Yeah, and the asset manager, I will be removing it from the core folder and the core folder will be deleting it. Great. I have to do here these changes. Okay. I have to go to the logger.hpp here and add the namespace logger and make it to be inside the namespace. Great. Oh no, just engine, not logger. With that, and now I have just to go to the asset manager, asset store, nothing here. Great. Engine.hpp, now the logger is here. The core, have to update the core.hpp. Also here, remove the core, remove the core. Great. let's ask to compile, and let's go to where it says that we have issues. Engine Scope Operator Core. Okay. I think we can build and run. No, but I also want to make it vcore.hpp here, or better, let's rename it to engine. Yeah, great. Even better. And the last thing that we need to do is to add namespace here, and the namespace will be for engine asset manager operator as engine asset manager. Great. And I think that's issue. Oh, okay, it's because that folder doesn't exist anymore. src engine core.cpp and also asset manager asset store.cpp, and yeah, we need to do here engine operator, or better, let's create our namespace, and will be just asset manager, and asset manager is engine asset manager. Even better for us. Great. And I made it wrong here. Asset manager, asset manager, asset manager, and asset manager. I also can, yeah, let's just let it as how I was doing. So here at core.cpp, oh yeah, now I need to use that asset manager here. And also at the core.hpp, I need to use the asset manager. Great. Any other issue? Yeah, we have an issue. Error at core dot. Oh, okay. Buffer E, I have closed it. Closed it. So mason.build, and here it will be now engine and engine. Great. And now it's working. So let's commit. Sure. Refactor, add namespaces modules. Okay. Now let's think more. Let's frame time, should close. Here at the engine.hpp, I also want to include the engine slash as asset manager slash asset store. Okay. With that, your export assets. Not a chart. It will be. It's better to be an. No, it's a chart. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm thinking that will be good for us to make a connection with the entity. Let's start implementing the entity end connection to just see how it will work. Will be going as having the ECS if we'll be using, I don't know, maybe some static class, because for a context will be better to handle. With context we can, a context struct, we can create a like something like dependence injection, so later we can create some tests and mock the data of our engine. So, and for that, first I will be closing almost every buffer here that we have, and edit slash slash. Here, let's go to sub projects, and here inside the sub projects, I will be creating something named ent.wrap. And the ent.wrap, let's check here. I already checked the ent here at the wrapdb, and it's outdated. So we'll be keep creating our own wrap. And to do that, let's come here and make some copy and paste. Wrap-git def1, that's what I want. The URL, the link URL, the revision, it will be a tag here Copy, paste. Okay. And just see here. The stream 60, 55 minutes. And so let's continue. So here we also need a method that will be cmake specific to rep files, source hug, specific to VCS based reps, specific to rep kit. Rep file, gif files, provide section. And here will be ant. I think that this is what we need. And oh, okay. Target name. Oh, okay. So here we need to make something like anti, and after anti we come here and check which is the cmake name of the ant. The line depth. So let's check at our Mason build if we can include tendency and ant. Ant. Let's check if it will be downloading. Ant is required but not found. So it's not found because it isn't downloaded. No, it's here. Okay. Oh, also here I need to. Okay, for now, so we couldn't found For example, project name contains, oh, okay, it's the project name. It will be faster for us to click.nix, sdl.image, .df. So just go in the folder if faster. The projects and here make dot lists. Okay. So we need that to be just it. And yeah, it found and open. I alt git add dot. You're at another GitHub circular repository ones of the other not contain the contents of the embed. Oh, okay. I have to add it as an Git submodule. So Git submodule add. I need the URL and here it will be subprojects and okay. I need before that I need to use that command. And we can come here again and check at the project that we have and here, and now we have Git submodules. Okay. Build, add, and lib. Okay, and before and the commit, I also want to come here and refactor this spd log. Great. Refactor at build and change spd log are to follow the convention. and great. So now that we made that, we need to start to thinking how will be work our engine will be working. And for now, I want to come here to include engine at core.hpp and add here this registry is in they is inside the stack. Let's just go to the wiki and for functionalities, runtime reflection, resource manager, similar projects. Here just yeah, it's just another ECS project. It doesn't have some examples. Production definition, core functionality. Maybe here at or and in action, it will be just yeah, games and engines that use the and so I will be following what they did here. So let's create here and I think that we need here and .hpp and registry. Is that oh here great and registry yeah registry, let's name it registry. So now let's come here. Let's come here to the to our wait I no but with that it's already created. We can call the update. Okay, we have to think about how we'll be making our engine to work. I'm thinking that I can separate the core here and two classes because I will be needing, let's see, or better, I can create a scene. Each scene has its own registry. Yeah, I think it's good. each scene can also have its own asset store, maybe, and that with it we can, yeah, each scene has its own asset store, and the asset manager handles that. I can think about it. Hmm. Because it doesn't need an event loop for now. Yeah, if we implement some basic scene, we can have the game to start the scene, and for example, I have also to think, and maybe the developer can implement the first scene. For example, Xcode draw. I will test the Xcode draw today, and I got a timeout. Here. And flashbang it. For example, and what I'm thinking about, it will be something like this is the engine, and the engine will link to the game, but also the game, the engine will link to the game, but also the game will have here something inside that will be the default scene. Maybe that way it will work, because with the default scene, oh, I can't. With the default scene, we can load that scene and handle everything using it. And the default scene can be defined by some variable, something. And after that, at compile time, we can make it hard coded. Yeah, and the editor can work in making a call of the load scene. Yeah. So we'll be needing to implement a scene in unseen will be needing a scene and a scene manager. Okay. What I had done here. Okay. Edit scene manager. So we'll be having here unseen manager dot hpp. Pragma ons namespace engine scene scene manager, and here they will have the class manager that will be handle everything for us. And we also need a scene class. Or scene manager. Let's change here a little bit. I think I will be just naming it as scenes. Or scenes. Or scene. Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's just name it scenes for now. And engine scenes. Oh, okay. Scenes, scene manager. Let's just change it here to scenes. And let's create here edit scene .hpp. And here we need the pragma ons, a namespace that is inside engine scene scenes. That's that. And here we create a class named scene. But I think it's better for us to create the scene to be an abstract class, or no? Because scene can just be hmm I will have to think a little bit, but let's start the basic idea of the implementation here. It will be a here scene and a destructor. A scene will need an ID that I will be using a simple string, std string ID. Yeah, we'll be needing an ID. That ID here, I will be setting an std string ID, and that constructor will handle this. Oh, And I need this. Okay. And for now, here will be that. And here at the manager, let's just do something similar. The manager, the destructor of the manager, but here I will be using the default ones, and also here I will be using the default constructor. And here we'll be having two methods. The first one will return some scene pointer to it maybe, or better reference to scene, but it will be wrapped inside it will be wrapped inside here include. I think it's optional, so we use an std optional of this type of a reference of a scene that will be load scene. That will use the ID to get that scene. Something like that. Probably I will be changing it. And here I will be creating a method named unload scene. And also I will be using the ID. And here I want something like std Node-RED map. The key will be the unstring. The type will be scene. And the name will be loaded scenes. Here. Because what I'm thinking is the scene will be created loading from a file, probably a binary file or a serialized one. We can make something like a multi-file loader. The asset manager can load binary files and some serialization that we create. This serialized one can be something like JSON that will make possible for third-party tools to integrate with the engine, and the binary one will be used at the release builds to get more performance. So that loaded scenes will be which scenes are in memory. And with that, we can make something like, for example, we are at scene A. I will draw here. We can be at scene. We can be here at scene A. And behind the scenes, our engine, the developer asked to the engine to start loading the scene B. Or the scene B, for example, is something that I don't know, something that the developer in that case want to have B. You want to have every time loaded and also be here. Be it. So what will happens while the player at this moment, if I hold shift, yeah, if I hold shift at this moment, the game starts to load the scene, for example. And let's say that at this point we finish to load our scene. So, and it's finished. The player PC finished it, and great, we are waiting now. And when we came here, they decided, let's unload the scene A, and now the player is at scene B. It's what I'm thinking, that we can, with that we can make something like a transition between scenes without a load. And maybe we can make scenes be possible to have scenes inside scenes. It's all, we also can think about something like that. So with a scene inside a scene, we can have a main scene that, like Unity. In Unity, we can do that. And a word that you are seeing in, it's a bit confusing, but for example, we have, oh, just go here. We have this big scene here. It's a really big scene. And inside this big scene, we have a lot of this. You can think about it as like chunks. We have a lot of these small scenes, but this isn't generated dynamically. It's just a scene that the designer can think just here, and it will be connected at the game. Basically that. So and let's delete here. And how much time? I think I have to stop. Yeah, 1 hour of stream, and I had to have to stop the stream for now. So let's just commit here. That change I will discard and just add here. Just check, yeah. Feet. Start. Scene system skeleton. And push it to the GitHub, and the stream will be stopping for now. We're stopping here, and goodbye everyone. Until that, let's see again at the next stream.